have to go on that guy's page and see what else I can find.
I know. Oh, fun fact though, because I know you said you brought up the Housemaid, and I saw the pictures, and it's going to be Christmas. But it's the same actor who plays Atlas.
I know. It took me a minute. I was like, why does he look so familiar? And then I looked at the actor's name and I was like, oh, that's why, because he was literally just like, in his ends with us.
Is this man just going to be our book man?
Well, I know. I thought of that too. And I was like, it's funny because
it's Frida though. Like, it's funny. It's different.
Right. And I was like, he's in that. And then I do like the characters they chose, because I do think Sydney Sweeney is going to make a perfect, what was her fucking name? The main character?
I've just started re-listening to it because
I know my mom was like, we should probably rewatch it or reread it. And I was like, yeah, I kind of want to read all of them though, because if they're making Millie, I was like, if they're making one, they're going to make 2 and 3. So I feel as though I need to read all 3 books.
Oh, but I think Emily the Criminal. Interesting.
I think what I'm going to do is I am going to reread the first one, and then I'm going to immediately read the second, and then immediately read the third. So that it's like,
I know, because I can't do 2, but I didn't.
I never did 2. I only read a chapter, and then I found out I was pregnant, and that's when all my reading went downhill. That's what happened. But
I mean, he's been in a lot, but I am excited because that cast is going to be great.
Yes,
we recently
Dakota Johnson is.
That's Verity. Amanda Seyfried is.
Oh yes, and that's going to be so good too. And she's another one. She's another book. Because she was in Dear John.
Interesting.
But those are going to be perfect. And yes, for Verity though, Dakota Johnson, she was in 50 Shades. Took me a minute to figure that out.
She also was in this movie. I watched it on the plane. How to Be Single. It was just one of those comedy movies with a lot of celebrities. Really good. Rebel Wilson. I was
I did watch that. Yeah. I did watch that, and I randomly watched it not that long ago.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yes, it's very funny. And I was like, what is this fucking movie? Because there's a million people in it, and I couldn't figure out what she was from. And then I was like, oh, she's from 50 Shades.
She's from 50 Shades.
Another book.
Yeah, I also watched Madam Web after I finished the single movie, which it wasn't. I'm not even going to bother talking about it. It's subpar.
That
Josh Hartnett. It's Verity has Dakota Johnson, Josh Hartnett.
I don't know who he is.
He's been in things.